Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have my husband here with me for this video.
What's
How
up?
do you feel?
Feel good.
So we're officially the Henrys. Show me a ring. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have my husband here with me for this video.
What's
How
up?
do you feel?
Feel good.
So we're officially the Henrys. Show me a ring. I love seeing him with a ring on. Looks so good as a husband.
Thank you.
So today I want to talk about our wedding and kind of why we decided to move it up. And then towards the end of this video, I'm going to be showing like our wedding clips just so you guys can see what our wedding looked like. Basically, we decided to move our wedding up because of COVID. It was supposed to be in May of 2021, May or June. We didn't have a set date. So it was really hard to find a venue due to COVID for 2021 because everyone that had pushed their wedding back from 2020, they pushed it to 2021. And so, like I said, it was really hard to find a date. And then also, I feel like for me personally, I always had thought about having a smaller wedding, but I didn't want to wait to have a small wedding. I kind of felt like because we both, and for me, I felt like because I knew a lot of people, I wanted to have a bigger wedding. Like I wanted to include everybody. But I think that what we did was best. Even though the virus changed our plans a lot, I think that our wedding went perfect. And honestly, I wouldn't have done it any other way.
Yeah, I feel like, with the virus coming, it kind of us to, do this smaller wedding, but it turned out being a lot more intimate and meant a lot more. But, obviously we wanted to invite, all our family and friends and stuff like that. But with the virus, not knowing, where it's gonna go from here, because it's been going on so long, we could have waited till June or May and still, had to postpone it even more or do a small intimate wedding then. So definitely, the virus kind of forced us in that direction, but it all worked out in the end. It was really great, but definitely didn't expect us to get married in the winter because we don't
Yeah,
like
we
the cold.
always said that. But it's crazy because when our pictures like went viral or whatever on Twitter, people kept talking about how pretty the snow was, and they were saying like, I didn't want to have a winter wedding, but now seeing your pictures, like I want to have a winter wedding. And it was crazy to me because I was like, I never wanted a winter wedding. Like I hate.
And what was
the
crazy
cold.
is literally the 2 days, like the day. So we had our wedding on Sunday, and that Friday and Saturday, it's November in Michigan, but it was like 55 degrees and like sunny. And I remember like the day of our wedding, I'm like, man, it looks like all gloomy and like rainy looking, but the pictures end up looking, really good like that. Just that little touch of snow kind of added some more flavor to the pictures and stuff. So,
Yeah, some spice.
yeah, spice it up a little bit.
So yeah, everything turned out really good. And for me, I don't know why, but for some reason lately I get stressed out when it's more people at events, feeling like there's more people to please. So even though I was like nervous for our wedding and just wanted to have everything go perfectly, it was way less stressful for me. Like, of course I was still nervous for the day, but not nearly as nervous as I would be in front of like a whole bunch of people. And I feel like it was just way more intimate.
Yeah, I feel like when it's a lot more people, even though it's everyone that you're friends with and stuff like that, everyone doesn't really see the intimate side of your relationship. So for me, doing my vows in front of a few hundred people would have been a little nerve-wracking, especially under a mic. Just we didn't need a mic because we were in our venue was close enough for everyone to hear us nice. I mean, but if it was a mic in front of me, I probably would have been a lot more nervous.
Yeah. So basically the wedding that we decided to do, we only had immediate family, so parents, siblings, and grandparents. And then honestly, we didn't tell literally anybody else. We told family like a little bit before we posted it, but it was still the same day that we announced, which was the day after our wedding. But we just figured we didn't want anyone to feel like left out about knowing about the wedding. And like some people didn't know, so we figured like whenever we announce it, then that's just when everyone will find out at the same time. And I think that also was a good decision. Everyone respected our decision to not feel like we had to tell people. And also the fact that we only planned it in like 2 to 3 weeks, it was kind of just like we really didn't even have time to tell people.
And so the virus is already picking up. I don't know if the virus ever went away. We know how this virus has been.
But definitely calmed down, like in the summer.
It calmed down, but
really,
never
went away.
Yeah. In Michigan, I'm sure you guys seen all the stuff about Big Rich, our governor, stuff like that. So we had a venue originally set at an old mansion in Grand Rapids, which is about an hour away from here. Nice venue. Would have been really nice for pictures and stuff like that. But literally the day after we took a tour of that, the governor put in some more restrictions where you can't have no more than 15 people. Was it 15 or 10 people?
I think it was
10
15.
She put a restriction in where you can't have any more than 10 people inside of a restaurant or anything like that at one time. So when that happened, I think it's kind of the business kind of plays it, if they want to follow that guideline or not. I don't know if it was like a set restriction, but it was basically a restriction, which is still going on. So once that happened, the venue contacted us and told us that they couldn't do the wedding anymore. With our wedding supposed to be literally 3 days.
7 days later.
7 days?
Because they canceled that Sunday. The Sunday right before, because it was like Sunday night.
Okay.
They had canceled it.
Yeah, so we had a week to find a new venue. And I just so happened to shoot a wedding, because I do videography a little bit. So I happened to shoot a wedding at the venue that we got married at literally a week before. So I thought, why don't we give them a call and see if we can do it there, which ended up working out because it ended up being in Lansing. So all our grandparents, stuff like that, didn't have to travel far. So yeah, it all worked out at the end.
Yeah, and after that venue canceled, I was so stressed out because I was like looking into Airbnbs. I thought that maybe all venues were closed when really it was like pretty much just them, because I even tried to ask them like, if we cut the guest list down even more, like we'll just have parents and just us, like something tiny. And they still said no, which I respected. I completely get like any restrictions people put in place because of COVID. When we reached out to that place, originally they had a baby shower that I think they said was like 50 people, and they ended up canceling it. So it literally
This is with the new venue, by the way.
This is with a new venue. They said there was supposed to be a baby shower there, and they ended up canceling it, which worked out perfectly because everything was set for Sunday. Like people planned on Sunday. I had my hair and makeup appointment set for Sunday. So everything worked out. And we also decided to get married sooner too, because we felt like that was what God wanted for us and our family. And then also like the actual wedding can be celebrated whenever. We could do a renewal of the vows, but the actual marriage, I felt like we didn't really want to wait for that. And I really didn't want to wait all the way until May or June and still have a small wedding, just because we have no idea where COVID's going to be by then. So I think that this was definitely the best decision for us. And I know that some people have asked me, like, does being married feel different, even though like we dated and we lived together before we were actually married, which even though I don't recommend that, but like our situation was different, like for other people. I don't recommend it for other people, but our situation was different and everything worked out for us. But it still feels really different. Like everything we do now, we say like, oh, we're doing this as a wife or as a husband. And yeah. How do you feel about it now? Like, what do you feel like is different? I know it's only been a few days, but.
Well, the name change was definitely just crazy, because when you do those applications, if you apply for a loan, for a car, anything like that.
Ordering things, everything.
Yeah, you're married now, so. My new job starting in September, we'll be moving out of state. So once we move, that's really going to be a real, what do you say? A real
change, like a real transition.
A real
I feel
adjustment. Like. The real when it hits home, really. Because then bills will start coming with both our names, just everything. So and even right now, it just feels different to call her like my wife and stuff. Like I actually got caught up yesterday. I was going to meet someone to sell something. Like, yeah, I'm in my wife's car. Like, it just, kind of didn't really hit home yet. It did, but it's like, you don't really realize it until.
It's a lot of adjustments you don't even think about. So I'm Kyra Henry now, Mrs. Kyra Henry.
Don't say it like that.
What do you want me to say it like?
Oh yeah, also, about how we might do something later. So we were thinking as well, being that we had a, intimate wedding, if we have time to do a reception, depending if COVID gets better, we're thinking we may do that after we move, as almost like a reception / like housewarming type of thing. So stay tuned for that. Maybe that should come in the next year. So
yeah. I also wanted to talk about really quick. I had already talked about how this is what I felt like, well, both of us felt like God wanted for our relationship and our family, but it really was God how everything worked out. Because for me, I know sometimes it could be easier for guys, like getting ready for things in general, but for girls you have to get like hair and makeup appointments, and usually people are booked and they don't play about like making like last minute appointments and stuff like that. So like I said, I booked my appointments like 2 to 3 weeks in advance, and the people that I reached out to, they were super professional. Our wedding was on a Sunday, so I had said to them, you know, I'm getting married on Sunday. I know it's super short notice. I know it says you're booked online, but is there anything you can do? And they were like, yeah, we're closed on Sundays, but I'll be open for you. And that was what,
Really?
They literally said that.
Which place?
Hair Mistress was the girl that did my hair, and it was natural. That's a whole different thing I want to talk about, deciding to wear my hair natural. And then the lady who did my makeup was named on Instagram. Her name is Beats by Mo. So I'm going to put their pages in here. Super professional. The girl who did my eyebrows did an eyebrow lamination. She always does a super good job. She also got me in that Thursday before because that's not something I need to do the day of. So her name is Brow God on Instagram. I'll also put her in here. They were super sweet and they literally were like, yeah, we'll be open for you. And the fact that I found my dress, even though it was an intimate wedding, I really wanted, what do you have to say?
She drove 4 hours to get that dress there and 4 hours back in the same day.
So we went to Chicago. And this was the wedding dress that I really wanted a dress from. And even though it was an intimate wedding, I still wanted like a really nice dress because if we end up doing like, I don't know what we're gonna do in the future, like to celebrate our like wedding and marriage and stuff, but I just wanted a nice dress for the day. Since everything else I feel like was scaled back, I still wanted a nice dress. But the dress shop that I went to, like I said, it was in Chicago. They were also super accommodating. When I called them and tried to set up an appointment, they were like, you know, like, when's your wedding date? Expecting me to say it in 2 years or a year. And I was like, in 2 weeks. And they were like, okay, we can try to find you floor sample dresses. So like I said, they were really accommodating too, and they helped me out a lot. I took the dress home that day. I actually have a whole video on dress shopping that I recorded, so that's gonna be a separate video. But everything worked out perfectly.
Yeah, me for suit shopping, it wasn't too much. They actually had a good deal going on where it's buy one suit, get one free. So, you know, I really lucked out. Definitely gonna help for when I start my job. I got a free suit that I didn't even plan on getting until close to that time. So
someone actually asked me, I want to say on Instagram, they were like, you should do a whole video on the cost of the wedding, which we might do, but I feel like we really saved money, obviously, because it's a really small wedding, but I still feel like we got everything that we needed. We had a cake, we had the rings, the dress, decorations, food. So honestly, it's just crazy how everything came together so quick. So the night before the wedding, I spent the night at my mom's house, and you were here alone. I know you're thinking about staying at your parents', but I stayed the night at my mom's house, and so it was even more special, like seeing him the day of. I feel like it was mainly me that wanted to do the first look, and he was kind of just going with whatever I wanted. But I'm really glad that we did wait until I walked down the aisle for like the first look.
This is what I wanted a big wedding for. I wanted the reception. That's what everyone talks about. Me and my LBs, and then just the whole...
You, my line sisters.
Yeah, the first dance, you know, just everyone having a good time just to wrap up and celebrate your marriage. So it did suck that we didn't get to have a reception. Even if we had a big wedding and it was a reception, I feel like it would have been a lot different because everyone would have their mask on and just...
Some places don't even allow dancing, like venues.
Yeah, so, I mean, it is what it is. We'll probably have a reception or something like that when we move, so... But yeah, I think the intimate wedding was really special.
We did our own vows, but we also did, what was it, like what the pastor had to say, like his kind of vows? Yeah,
usually sometimes they have you do like written vows and then like the pastor's vows. I wouldn't say they were vows for his, it was more like, you know, commitment. Like. Yeah, that's what I was trying to explain. I'm like, after the ceremony, we went to take some pictures. Oh wait, first we signed the marriage license and then we took some more pictures. And it was actually his brother that took all of the pictures for us, which I'm so glad that he did that because I had looked into some photographers but never made set plans for the photographer, and I feel like that's really important. So after we were taking, well, we took pictures like the whole time, but we did that, and then food was served. We did like a toast, and then food was hitting.
That food was good. We really had no idea what the food was even gonna be because we were just trying to focus on what we had to do because there was so many like little things we had to do. So we just left that in the hands of our mom. So she did really good with that. And then after we did the food, we did the cake. We only had the venue for I think 4 hours. So I feel like there were maybe like a few parts that seemed rushed, like just us trying to take pictures seemed a little rushed. But other than that, I feel like everything was fine. And then we did like the dances, which they planned that part out too. That was really special. I had to dance with you, and then Kyron came over and danced with us, and then I had to dance with my dad, and then I had to dance with my father-in-law, and then you had a dance with your mom, and then my mom. Everything was really special. Everyone wore masks, and then we also had everything like spread out as well, all the tables and kind of like the chairs at the ceremony. And it was also people that were around often, so it wasn't like anyone new that could have brought in, you know what I mean, like exposed us to anything. So like I said, I do want to do more videos about our wedding. I want to do one where I talk about finding my dress, and then also just kind of like more details about actually planning the wedding. But other than that, I think now we're just gonna go into the wedding videos and show you guys what our wedding looked like.
I'm surprised. I knew where you were gonna be.
Kai, I don't know where to begin. I'm so happy for you. I remember when we were younger playing with Barbies, acting like, oh, I'm gonna cry. I'm not reading out loud. I can't cry before I even leave.
I'm already starting to tear up.
Places. And at this time, I'm gonna ask if everybody would please just take a seat.
Seems almost unreal as I stand here in front of you today. My best friend, my fiance, and I'm not soon to be wife. We dated for 3 years, but it felt like we've been together my whole life.
Tavian, you are truly my best friend and the one I go to for everything. I would joke with my friends and say that you were my husband, and I would say that once you came home, I knew that you were going to be mine. So thankfully that our love story has went, but I'm so excited for us to truly be putting God at the center of us. You prove who you are to me every day as a man and as a father.
Bless these rings. Father, right now, we thank you again for your blessings. We thank you for the words that have been spoken to each other. Father, right now, we thank you for this token of love. Father, right now, I pray that when they look at these rings, that they understand that they are in covenant and not contract. And Father, we know that the only way for separation is death to it. So Father, right now, we thank you again for what you're doing in this hour. We ask that you continue to bless in your son Jesus' name. Amen. And this company and have pledged their mutual love to each other and have declared the same by the giving and receiving of rings and by joining hands. I declare that they are husband and wife in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Now, I know this is social distancing. I don't want nobody to go on Facebook and say that I don't broke the rules, but I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all get a little kiss. Now, it is truly my honor to be the first in modern history to pronounce Mr. and Mrs. Tavian and Kyra Henry. Come on, let us hear it.
Good morning, everyone. First day married. How do you feel?
Good.
You and your hash brown. So we got married yesterday, and we haven't told anyone about us getting married besides people that were there, just because we wanted to. Oh my gosh, my eyelash extensions are falling out. Just because we wanted to tell everyone at the same time. Is it cold in here?
I ain't brushed my hair for real.
So anyways, today we're gonna announce that we got married yesterday. Trying to decide which one he wants to post.
Oh, that look different. The flipped. I was like, hold on, that like this.
Aww. So he's trying to decide what to post. I already know what I'm gonna post, and yeah, I just wanted to record us before we post. How do you feel? Are you nervous to post at all? I'm not nervous, but I feel like before I announce something, I'm always like a little.
What you nervous for?
I don't know. Not really nervous, but like anticipation.
I just want to choose the right picture.
Yeah, that's more what it is. Like just getting it right. Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah, guys, you see my photo reel is full of stuff. So yeah, you guys saw for the most part, you know, the clips we did have of the wedding, being that we didn't have a videographer. We edited in some different clips here and there to show, you know, what it looked like and things like that. But yeah, we hope that we got to explain as much as we could. Definitely, you know, if you got any things you want to know more about, let us know in the comments.
So go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, and share, and like this video, and let us know what you guys thought, right?
What you say?
I said that you said I had to pay you to be in my videos from now on.
Yeah, you monetize now, so I'm bringing a whole new demographic.
Shut up.
See, y'all ain't see me in my element. I ain't being funny, I'm being real chill.
Oh my gosh. He thinks that he gets my views up.
Hey, we'll see how this one goes.